The human brain is a complex organ we still do not fully understand, but we know enough about it to create synthetic minds, artificial intelligences, but they only know what they're taught to know. A neural network is fundamental to the mechanism which can adapt to its surroundings without needing direct human input. But building such a machine takes thousands of lines of code. The machine has to be able to have a basic understanding of its surroundings. It must be able to store and process this information, and only then will it make its first adaptations. But these adaptations are the basis of what defines a neural network. For a basic example of this, let's take a look at my cats.
Because we cannot communicate directly with animals using verbal language, their learning functions in a similar manner to how the neural network functions. A wild animal, whether it be a bird, rabbit, or cat, will generally run away from humans as we are larger and potentially threatening to it. But for my cats, this is far from true. They know that I will not hurt them. They recognize the sound of food being poured out for them and come running. This is not a sound they hear in the wild. It is something that they have been conditioned to understand as food, in the same way that they have been conditioned to run away from barking dogs.
It took many trials of opening the can and bringing the food to them before they began coming to me. When I first found my cats, they were very skittish and ran away from me, but by constantly giving them constant love, food, and affection, they have become very fond of me. A neural network will update its default settings towards a certain object as it interacts with it more and more, just like my cats have done for me. The neural network allows the algorithmic machine to mimic the biologic process of conditioned responses, so that as it interacts with an event more and more, its interactions are more beneficial for it than they were initially. In short, the neural network is just a fancy way of making the computer appear to think for itself. It's a step in that direction, but it can't teach anything new. All it does is change how it responds to things it already knows.